Hawkish voices in China. Apparently, people in China, some trade officials and people within the trade circle, they call it in China, are pushing for a renegotiation of the Phase 1 trade deal with the US. This is not news, this is not good news, guys. This is bad news. We don't want people in China, important politicians and officials, pushing for the trade deal being scrapped. It's not good because this trade deal really, we need it right now because the global economy is in a mess because of coronavirus, all the lockdowns. The last thing we need right now is an escalation of the trade war between the US and China. However, obviously we've been reporting on this a lot in the last couple of weeks. There had been growing tensions between the two sides because basically Trump is really angry about the way China has handled the outbreak, thinks they could have informed the rest of the world about it better, thinks they shouldn't have suppressed tried to suppress it from the media in the initial stages of the outbreak, all this kind of stuff. But the reality is Trump is probably trying to use it as an election tactic because if he can point the blame at China, then his voters might potentially like that. Thing is, obviously this has been annoying China. And because of this reason, basically the way all these US officials have been behaving in blaming China for the pandemic, there's reportedly a growing number of voices within China pushing for this trade deal to just be scrapped and renegotiated to be more favourable to China. Now, I must say, this is just hawkish voices, inverted commas. This does not mean that Xi Jinping has decided that they're going to do that, or these other really top level officials. So it's not the end of the world yet. We did see a slightly negative reaction in the market to this news, but we haven't seen a huge sell-off on it. If it was, if this kind of thing was coming from top level officials, we want to renegotiate, blah, 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 then that is when you're going to see huge risk off, because that will pretty much mean that the trade deal is dead. So still some hope for this trade deal, and that's what's holding up markets today, still some hope for the trade deal. But guys, this is a theme, very, very important theme at the minute. You're going to have to be all over it, all over the comments coming from both sides, because as long as this coronavirus pandemic goes on, this theme is going to be an issue because all this economic strife we're seeing in the world, it's creating international tensions. And no tensions are higher really than between like the US and China, really, between superpowers anyway. So do check out our memberships because we are all over these themes in real time for our members. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I will see you in the next one.